Imagine this moment right now as you look deeper into the hidden chambers of your own psyche. There is someone very special in your life who may be carrying emotions they have never fully expressed. Feelings that go beyond simple friendship, beyond casual affection, and beyond the ordinary connections people experience every day. This is not just a simple attraction. It represents something deeper within the human experience. It is the voice of the unconscious mind reaching through another person, creating a powerful emotional pull that demands to be noticed and understood. If you feel there is someone special who secretly desires a deeper connection with you, leave a like so this message can reach those who need to hear it. The unconscious mind holds many emotional truths that the conscious ego may ignore, reject, or completely overlook. It exists beneath everyday awareness, like a vast inner world where feelings, memories, desires, and experiences remain hidden until they are ready to come forward. In Jungian psychology, the conscious ego represents only one small part of the complete human psyche. The ego tries to organize our reality through beliefs, social expectations, personal fears, and the image we want others to see. Because of this, it often pushes away emotions that feel too powerful, too complicated, or too disruptive to our sense of stability. Sometimes the deepest feelings are the ones we struggle the most to accept. A person may experience a powerful emotional connection with someone special, yet their conscious mind may attempt to explain it away. They may call it friendship. They may convince themselves it is only admiration. They may tell themselves that the feelings are temporary or meaningless. But the unconscious mind does not simply erase what the heart experiences. It stores these emotions and continues carrying them beneath the surface. These hidden feelings may appear through dreams, unexpected memories, powerful intuition, or moments when the presence of that person creates an emotional reaction that feels impossible to explain. You may notice that whenever this person enters the room, something changes inside you. Your emotions become stronger. Your awareness becomes sharper. A simple conversation feels more meaningful than it should. A small interaction stays in your mind long after it ends. This happens because the unconscious communicates in ways that are different from logical thinking. The ego often fears vulnerability. It fears losing control. It fears what might happen if hidden desires are finally acknowledged. Because of this fear, the mind may create explanations that protect the person from facing their deepest emotions. It may say that the connection is nothing special. It may say that the feelings are only imagination. It may create distance to avoid confronting a truth that feels too powerful. Yet the unconscious continues to speak. It creates a quiet tension, a sense of longing, and a feeling that something remains unfinished. Even when the conscious mind tries to move forward, a deeper part of the psyche continues returning to that person. This creates a hidden emotional world where affection, curiosity, and the desire for a deeper bond continue growing beneath the surface. The human psyche naturally moves toward wholeness. It constantly tries to bring forgotten parts of ourselves back into awareness. This is why powerful connections often feel mysterious. They can reveal emotions we did not know existed. Sometimes what feels like another person's hidden feelings is also connected to our own unexplored emotions. The special person becomes a reflection, showing us parts of ourselves that we have not fully accepted. This is why paying attention to subtle emotional signals can be meaningful. Notice the recurring thoughts. Notice the feelings that appear when you are near this person. Notice the moments of warmth, nervousness, excitement, or uncertainty. These experiences can become a bridge between the conscious mind and the unconscious world within. By observing these emotions without immediately judging them, you begin discovering deeper layers of yourself. You begin understanding why certain people affect you differently from everyone else. Some connections do not simply entertain the heart, they transform the person experiencing them. In Jungian psychology, the concepts of the anima and animus represent hidden inner qualities that influence attraction, relationships, and emotional projection. The anima represents the unconscious feminine image within a man's psyche, while the animus represents the unconscious masculine image within a woman's psyche. These concepts are not meant to describe literal opposites. Instead, they represent symbolic qualities that exist within every person. The anima may represent qualities such as emotional sensitivity, intuition, creativity, and receptiveness. The animus may represent qualities such as strength, confidence, logic, and determination. When these inner qualities remain unconscious and unexplored, they often become projected onto other people. This means that someone special may appear to possess everything we have been searching for because they awaken parts of ourselves that have been hidden. The attraction can feel incredibly powerful because the person is not only being seen as they truly are, they are also carrying the image of something deeper within our own psyche. They become a mirror reflecting qualities we desire, admire, or need to integrate. This is why some connections feel almost impossible to explain. A simple conversation can feel unusually meaningful. A brief moment together can create emotions that seem much larger than the situation itself. The unconscious uses these encounters as opportunities for growth. The person who awakens these feelings becomes a symbol of transformation. They encourage us to explore parts of ourselves that have remained untouched. Until we become aware of these inner projections, we may believe the entire meaning of the connection exists outside of us. We may believe the other person alone holds the power to complete something within us. But the deeper truth is that the connection is also revealing something about our own inner world. Through reflection, dreams, creativity, and honest self-examination, we begin understanding these hidden parts of ourselves. The powerful attraction becomes more than a desire for another person. It becomes an invitation to discover emotional balance, personal growth, and deeper self-awareness. This is why some relationships feel almost mythical. They are not only about two people meeting, they represent the meeting between the conscious self and the hidden parts of the psyche. Comment archetype if you have ever felt an unexplainable soul connection with someone special. Synchronicity, as described by Carl Jung, refers to meaningful coincidences that seem connected in a way that goes beyond simple cause and effect. These moments create the feeling that the inner world and outer world are somehow communicating with each other. In the experience of a powerful emotional connection, synchronicity can appear as a reminder that something meaningful may be happening beneath the surface. It may happen when you think about someone and they suddenly contact you. It may happen when you dream about a person before unexpectedly seeing them. It may appear through repeated symbols, familiar songs, shared memories, or unusual moments that seem connected. These experiences often feel different from ordinary coincidences because they carry emotional significance. They capture your attention. They make you stop and wonder why this moment feels important. The unconscious mind often communicates through symbols and patterns. When a person is struggling to recognize their own emotions, these meaningful moments can bring hidden feelings closer to awareness. You may notice certain signs connected to that person appearing repeatedly. Perhaps the same song plays whenever you are together. Perhaps certain places, numbers, or memories continue appearing at meaningful times. These moments can create a feeling of connection between your inner experience and the world around you. In Jungian thought, such experiences are connected to the collective unconscious, the deeper psychological layer that connects human beings through shared symbols and patterns of meaning. Synchronicity does not replace reality or communication, but it can encourage deeper reflection. It can invite you to explore what a connection means to you and why certain experiences affect you so strongly. It creates a bridge between what is visible and what is hidden within the psyche. If this gave you chills, comment synchronicity below. Individuation asks us to face and recognize the hidden emotional currents that exist within us instead of blindly placing them onto someone else. This is one of the most important journeys in Jungian psychology, the journey toward becoming a complete, balanced, and authentic self. Individuation is the lifelong process of bringing unconscious feelings, desires, fears, and hidden parts of ourselves into conscious awareness. It is the movement away from a divided personality shaped only by social expectations, old wounds, and protective behaviors. It is the path of discovering who we truly are beneath the layers we have created to survive. When someone very special in your life carries deep feelings that they have never openly expressed, These emotions often exist beneath the surface. They may appear through silence, distance, attraction, emotional tension, or a feeling that something important remains unfinished between you. In many situations, these powerful emotions become connected with projection. Projection happens when we place our own hidden desires, dreams, fears, or unmet needs onto another person without fully realizing it. We may believe that the other person alone holds the source of this mysterious connection, while we ignore the deeper message that our own unconscious is trying to reveal. This projection can create an illusion where the special person appears to be the answer to everything we feel inside. We may see them as the only person who can complete us, heal us, or awaken something missing within us. But Jungian psychology teaches that these intense emotions are also invitations to look inward and understand ourselves more deeply. The psyche naturally pushes us toward individuation because ignored emotions do not simply disappear. Hidden feelings create inner pressure. They create restlessness, confusion, longing, and the feeling that something meaningful is waiting to be recognized. Instead of remaining trapped in endless imagination or uncertainty, the individual must turn inward with honesty and courage. This means examining dreams, emotional reactions, repeated thoughts, and the feelings that appear whenever this special person comes to mind. Through this deeper reflection, we begin to understand that the desire for a stronger connection may represent two things at the same time. It may reflect something meaningful about the other person, but it may also reveal our own hidden need for intimacy, emotional expression, and personal growth. Acknowledging these hidden currents requires accepting vulnerability. It means facing the fear of rejection, the fear of change, and the uncertainty that comes when a familiar relationship begins to transform into something deeper. This process requires withdrawing our projections. It means seeing the other person not only as a symbol of our desires, but as a real human being with their own emotions, struggles, and experiences. What we once believed existed only outside of ourselves can become integrated as a personal truth within us. Through practices such as journaling, active imagination, quiet reflection, and honest self-examination, individuation transforms hidden longing into conscious understanding. Instead of allowing emotions to remain mysterious forces controlling our thoughts and actions, we begin to understand them. The feelings become guides rather than burdens. They become pathways toward emotional awareness and genuine connection. The special person in our life often becomes a powerful mirror. They reflect parts of ourselves that we may have ignored, forgotten, or never fully developed. Their presence awakens something within us that demands attention. By accepting this inner work, we move away from passive dreaming and move toward conscious participation in our own emotional journey. We stop waiting for another person to complete us and begin discovering the wholeness that already exists within. The unconscious rewards this honesty with greater clarity. The inner conflict begins to soften. Confusion becomes understanding. Emotional tension becomes awareness. And what once felt like an impossible mystery can become an opportunity for deeper connection and personal transformation. Deep feelings from someone special often appear through symbolic dreams, powerful intuitive moments, and unexplained emotional reactions during everyday interactions. These experiences can become messages from the unconscious mind, revealing emotions and truths that the conscious mind has not fully accepted yet. In Jungian psychology, dreams are considered meaningful expressions of the deeper layers of the psyche. They often communicate through symbols rather than direct explanations. When a particular person repeatedly appears in dreams with strong emotions attached, it may represent a desire for connection, understanding, healing, or emotional union. These dreams are not always meant to be understood literally. They often contain symbolic images that carry deeper meanings. Water may represent emotional depth and the movement of feelings. Bridges may represent connection and the desire to overcome distance. Journeys may represent personal growth or the movement toward a new stage of life. When we wake from such dreams, the emotional feeling often remains. There may be a sense that the dream carried importance, even if we cannot immediately explain why. This lingering feeling can reveal something within the unconscious that wants to be acknowledged. Share this with someone who needs to understand that deep emotional connections are not always easy to explain. Intuitive feelings can also appear as sudden moments of knowing. They may come as an unexpected urge to reach out, a feeling of warmth when thinking about someone, or a quiet awareness that there is something deeper between two people. These sensations often appear when the mind becomes quiet. They may arise during moments of reflection, meditation, ordinary daily activities, or even when we are focused on something completely different. They seem to bypass logical thinking and come from a deeper emotional place. In Jungian understanding, these moments can represent the unconscious trying to bring awareness to something important. They often feel magnetic, as if our attention is repeatedly drawn toward a person because some unexplored emotional truth exists within the connection. Unexplained tension in everyday interactions can also reveal hidden emotional currents. Conversations may feel different. A simple silence may carry unusual meaning. A brief moment of eye contact may create a powerful emotional response. Small changes become noticeable. Their voice may sound softer when speaking with you. They may hold your gaze longer than usual. They may appear nervous or unusually aware of your presence. Sometimes these reactions mirror your own emotions, creating an atmosphere that feels difficult to describe. These experiences happen because the unconscious does not remain silent when powerful emotions exist beneath the surface. It continues sending signals, encouraging awareness, and inviting us to explore what is happening within ourselves and within the relationship. The psyche seeks wholeness through connection. What feels like a hidden desire for something more with someone special may actually represent a deeper call for authentic emotional connection and personal growth. The deepest purpose of this journey is not simply to discover what another person feels. It is to discover what these emotions awaken within ourselves. The connection becomes meaningful because it leads us toward greater awareness, honesty, and emotional maturity. When we listen carefully to the messages of the unconscious, we begin to understand that every powerful feeling carries a lesson. Every attraction, every longing, every moment of emotional intensity can reveal something important about our inner world. The special person may awaken forgotten parts of ourselves. They may remind us of qualities we have hidden, dreams we have abandoned, or emotions we have been afraid to express. Their presence becomes a doorway into deeper self-understanding. This is why the desire for a deeper connection often feels so powerful. It is not only about wanting another person. It is about wanting to experience a more complete version of ourselves through authentic connection. The unconscious naturally moves toward wholeness. It seeks to bring together the divided parts of our personality, healing the distance between what we show the world and what we truly feel inside. When two people meet with honesty and awareness, the relationship can become a place of transformation. It becomes a space where both individuals can grow, learn, and discover deeper aspects of themselves. But this transformation requires courage. It requires moving beyond fear and stepping away from the comfort of silence. Many people avoid these feelings because they fear what might happen if they acknowledge them. They fear rejection. They fear losing the relationship they already have. They fear changing something familiar. They fear discovering that the emotions they carry are stronger than they expected. Yet avoiding these feelings does not remove them. Hidden emotions continue to influence our thoughts, our actions, and our relationships. What remains unconscious often controls us in ways we do not understand. The path of individuation asks us to bring these hidden emotions into the light. It asks us to look honestly at what we feel and understand why these emotions have appeared. When we stop running from the message of the unconscious, something changes. Confusion begins to transform into clarity. Fear begins to transform into understanding. Longing begins to transform into conscious awareness. The special person is no longer seen only through the lens of fantasy or expectation. They are recognized as a real individual, someone who has their own fears, dreams, struggles, and emotional journey. This shift is important because true connection cannot exist through projection alone. Real love and meaningful relationships require two whole individuals meeting each other with honesty and openness. The unconscious does not guide us toward dependence. It guides us toward growth. It does not ask us to lose ourselves in another person. It asks us to discover ourselves through the experience of connection. When hidden feelings are approached with awareness, they can become a source of healing. They can help us understand our needs, our desires, and the deeper parts of ourselves that are waiting to be expressed. The relationship then becomes more than a simple emotional experience. It becomes a journey of self-discovery and mutual growth. In the end, the hidden emotional currents between you and someone very special are not meaningless or random. They represent a deeper movement within the psyche, a movement toward awareness, integration, and emotional truth. Through dreams, intuition, meaningful moments, and the subtle feelings that exist between two people, the unconscious reveals what the conscious mind may struggle to recognize. There may be emotions that have remained unspoken. There may be desires that have been hidden beneath fear and uncertainty. There may be a deeper connection waiting to be understood. But the true purpose is not to chase an illusion. The true purpose is